Welcome back to the channel. It's Arrow with Passion to Profit. I hope you're having an amazing day because I know a lot of the guys in the Discord did because of all this Monday madness, and that's exactly what we're going to get into in this video. If you like this style of content, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and join the family. Now, let's get right into it. KXIN had eyes on it from last week because of this little pump right here. Didn't really do anything this day, and then this little spike here, so it was already a little bit suspicious. For some action, because on the 14th, which is, I believe is this day, right? Yeah, the 14th right here, if we go to this little live news tab on the right of TD Ameritrade, and yeah, in this video, we're going to be back on TD Ameritrade for this video because I wanted to show you the news tab on here and how it can be useful. So whenever you're on a specific ticker, you can click the news tab because you want to see why the stock's even moving. Is this moving out of nowhere or what? Because some stocks can just run off of air. Some of them will spike 100, 200% and just run off of absolutely no news or just no catalyst whatsoever. But over here, if you go down to 1014, we have right here. After you click the news with the correct date, it'll have this pop up on the bottom, and it says KXIN shares are trading higher in sympathy with NIO after JP Morgan upgraded the company's stock from neutral to overnight. JP Morgan issued upbeat commentary on the overall Chinese new energy vehicle market. So we already know these EV markets have been pretty hot lately, NIO, Tesla, all of those the past couple months. So that was the catalyst for why this thing is even up in the first place and why people's eyes are even on it, right? And the first thing I like to check is the largest time frame, which I start on the day time frame, right? So the 1 year, 1 day, each candlestick now represents 1 day. And the reason why I like to start on the larger time frames is because it'll help me understand what this stock has been doing and what it's done in its past. And now the first thing I recognize when I click the 1 year, 1 day chart, I see that there is no overhead resistance, right? There's really nothing above to really stop the stock from really running unless people just decide to stop trading it, right? So there's really no past resistance. That's the first thing I really like, right? So that can give us an indication this thing can run, right? Nothing has to happen in the market or whatever, but you really want to kind of find those little clues. And another thing I noticed before the market even opens, if you check FinViz, and let me pull it up for you real quick, and this is how you can check the criteria of your stock. So here's finviz.com. It's free. There's a screener option. You just come over here to screener, you click ownership, and it'll give you this entire tab right here. So all I do is I go into ticker, type in KXIN, and then what I'm looking for is the float and the market cap, because that just gives me a better idea of how the stock's gonna trade, right? And what the float is, it's the shares offered to the public. So 1 million is a super low float stock, and all it means is supply. So just think about it that way. Just think of the float as a supply. So lower supply means it needs less demand for it to really make a move, right? So if we have something with a large float, it's gonna need a lot more buyers to really get the stock moving. But one thing I want to show you now is you can see that the float is 1 million, and we're gonna come back to this, but look at the volume for the day. It ended at 234 million volume for the day. So the float rotated 234 times. And if you don't know what that means, I'll get more into it in another video. Just start practicing that. That's just something to kind of pick up on, especially for small cap stocks. You know, not too much for Apple, Tesla, all that stuff, but the small cap stocks, you really kind of want to know how much supply is even out there. So after I check that, I can see, okay, no overhead resistance, low float, massive volume. And now let's look at the key levels. Let's bring it down here, 5-minute chart for now. And if you're in the Discord, you saw the screenshots I had even put in the Discord before it even made this breakout right here, right? And again, because it's not any secret, you can kind of see these coming, right? And then you just have to put your key levels in and then watch and see what the stock actually does, you know? I mean, these stocks don't have to do any of this. The things that I'm showing you is just little clues that you can kind of pick up on to help form your thesis. So right away, we have the pre-market high, and we can see it breaks it easily. Now let's go to the 1-minute chart. This is a 5-minute. So we had a little bit of a consolidation there at the pre-market high, and then we got consolidation on top of the pre-market high, right? And then we started making lower lows and higher highs, and then gained all this crazy momentum and just went ham for the day. Those are little things you can pick up on to figure out if these stocks have potential to make any type of crazy move. Because I'm going to show you another one real quick. I know some of you guys probably remember SPI maybe a month ago or something like that. But if I go to the year chart, you can see this is a day it spiked, this green candle right here. And what do you notice behind it? There's no overhead resistance. It looks very, very similar to KXIN. Also, on this day, how much volume did it trade? 348 million shares traded this day. That is massive volume. I believe the float on this one was somewhere around 10. So everything's relative, but that's still massive volume, and it's going to really get that float to rotate and just trade. The shares are going to be trading everybody's hands. So that's what the float rotation is. It's when all of the shares in the float are getting used up and is rotating people's hands. All of the shares are being used up because it's such high demand. But that doesn't always mean the stock has to shoot up. A high float rotation just lets you know how volatile the stock is. So just as fast as it can go up, it can go down just as fast and take back all of the gains, right? So that one was SPI. I just wanted to give you another one to give you an example. And we're not going to go too in depth of the breakdown like we did in the past video with Hertz, but you kind of get the point. Whenever you're trading these, one thing I'm just going to leave for you is if you're going long, make sure you're not going long, or you do what you want. This is just my suggestion, in my opinion. You want to kind of want to try and stay away from going long on the backside of the stock. So after it peaks out, you may not want to try and go long over here. I mean, unless you see little bounces at support, but for the most part, when it's downtrending, like right here, breaking key levels, you kind of want to just wait, be patient, let a support build, and then execute your plan or whatever it may be. But now that I put that line there, you can kind of see what I mean by the front side of the stock and the back side of the stock. If you're going long, where do you think you have a better chance if the stock does something crazy, right? And especially if you're a beginner, it's a lot harder trading the back side. I know people do, but if you're a beginner, it might not be so conducive for you right now at the moment, at least. And again, not every move in the market's yours. Just be patient, just learn really slowly. No big deal. You don't have to catch everything in the market. But that was KXIN today. I just wanted to briefly go over that one. And then let's just do a little quick update on Hertz, because that was the last YouTube video. And the first thing I noticed with Hertz, I really wanted to see, is this thing going to gap up, squeeze shorts out, all that good stuff? But it looks like shorts held on today. The key level for this right here was the 302 level for sure. Probably a lot of shorts risking off of this level as well. So if we get that to break, we could see a little bit of a short squeeze. Didn't get that today, got rejected all the way back down and closed at its lows. But I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys. Hope it helps some of you guys out. Drop some comments down below. Let me know other videos you would like to see. Like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.